Uh, Yay, we're live. Let's go. We're starting early. You know what I'm saying? I pushed it back later, but then now we're starting early for the time. Maybe I should always do that. Just say we're gonna be later and then show up and I'm early. Is that how you? Is that a life hack to be early? Let's go. We're live. And yep, the wife is down for the count. She's sick. So I knew I had to kind of get a bunch of other stuff taken care of. And there's all the cold stuff. And oh man. So hopefully Olive, I don't know if this little cold front wiping through how many of y'all it's affected. But yeah, it's been pretty dang cold over here. So, you know, yes sir. Yes sir. What's up? What's up? Hydration check. Yep. We're ready. We're ready to go. Let's go. So I have a little showcase that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to showcase a character builder, a DC20 third-party website that's came up and is crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Oh, the wife, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, no, she does have like a migraine, and I don't even know. She's never had a migraine in her life before, so yeah. But and my little guy still hasn't gone down, so he's just kind of squirming, but he'll figure it out. So I'm going to showcase that character builder, and then thank you, Flame Master, and then we're going to go right into the Q&A. I want to really try and crank out some questions for you guys because next week I'm going on vacation for the next. I think it's actually going to be the next 2 weeks as far as how the days fall. For the first time in my life ever, I'm going to Disney World. We're taking our two little boys to Disney World, so we're going to be in Disney World, and we leave and then come back. And by the time that we're back is going to be, I'm not going to be here for those 2 weeks. So yeah, it's going to be a cool vacation. And this is the first time that I've ever done this. I'm going to take a 1 week break. It's probably going to end up being actually it's going to be like a 3-day break. But in general, since I started YouTubing and all that type of stuff, I haven't taken a break. You know what I'm saying? How long have I been doing this now? In 6 years of YouTube. So yeah, we're going to do Disney, and that's going to be a 1 week. And then I'm going to kind of have like a refresher after that. Cause if you have vacation with kids, you know, it's not truly like a vacation, cause we're going to be going all over the place in the parks and the kids and the no naps and all this other kind of stuff. Right. So after that, I'm going to do like a 3-4 day, whatever the rest part of the week is, wind down, and then we go back to it. So it's gonna feel weird, and I might still find myself working on DC20 things, but I've never taken a break before. So yeah, there's that. Excited for that. But that means next 2 weeks of no live streams, then we're back to it, right? So. And that's also for Patreon live streams too, because those always kind of usually go hand in hand, because it's like a Tuesday night, Wednesday morning thing, right? So there will be a Patreon live stream tomorrow morning, and then we're kick it back to normal, right? So there's the whole rundown. And now check it out. Here is a new character builder. Actually, hold up. I feel like there's something else I was going to show. Oh, there was something else I was going to showcase. Oh, I have a sneak peek. Okay, I have a spell update. Okay, cool. So I am going to do a spell update on some. That's my alarm to remember. Hey, those streams about to start, but I'm early, baby. Let's go. So we're gonna do a spell casting update. After the .10 spells have been released, there are some cool things we've realized, and we're going to be changing with some spells, which is for the better. I'm very excited about it. And for 10.5, which is upcoming. And then I'll show you all the new character creation thing. And in this live stream, there's going to be a limited time, like 50% off coupon type situation for DC Forge, right? A DC20 character creator. So we're starting right over now. No, there's no need to start over far. You came at the perfect time. So sneak peek, character builder, Q&A. Let's go. So sneak peek. The .10 spells. We had a game design goal with the .10 spells. The DC20 vision for we call it Digimon spell casting. The evolution of spells, right? One spell evolves into other spells and all that kind of stuff, right? So one thing we had a design goal of doing and we absolutely crushed. And it's not a brag or anything. We absolutely crushed this goal to the point where I think we crushed it too much, and we're gonna fix it. So what I'm saying is, we found every spell. We took every spell concept you could think of in a fantasy TTRPG. You could find like a D&D adjacent spell, and we took it as an example, and like take that spell and distill it down to the smallest baby form of that spell you possibly could. Scorching Ray, 3 different bolts of fire shoot out and go, fireball is this huge fireball. DC20, we can scale it back. We can shrink that fireball down. We can take those rays off and just have one. It's like there's this really cool concept of spell evolution in DC20, where these spells, we can take these really epic spells and like shrink them down to be a little baby spells. They're little baby size spells. So we did that, and we did that across the board to the point where out of the 100+ spells we released, almost all of them were 1 mana or lower. If you look at all the spells in DC20 right now, most of them are 0 mana or 1 mana. Not a lot of 2 mana, 3 mana, definitely not 4 mana spells, right? So, and that was essentially our goal. We were just trying to find the smallest version of every single spell, but it came with some realizations we had after doing it. We looked at it and we're like, man, there's a couple of problems here. So the problem number 1 is overwhelming for first level characters, spellcasters. My God. You have, even compared to something like 5e, in 5e, there's a lot of spells. Yes, there's like 300, 400 spells now at this point. But at level 1, you only can pick cantrips and level 1 spells. Spell slot, level 1 spell slots, whatever. There's not a lot of those. Now, there's a lot, I guess, relatively speaking, but there's not 300 of them. There's not 100, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the spells are level 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, So in DC20, if we babify, shrink them all down to these, you now have to look at over 100 spells that are genuinely more, there's more to them, right? Because there's all these spell enhancements and stuff like that, right? So, oh man, that's a lot of spells. Now, granted, each class has their spell list is a lot smaller than that as far as what they have to choose from, but still, it's a lot, and I don't want it to be that much. Problem number 1. Problem number 2 is time it takes to cast the spell, right? In fact, I'm going to say that's problem number 3. So it's problem number 2 is being iconic, the spells being iconic enough, right? If we take something, and even, props to D&D, Scorching Ray, pretty iconic. You say Scorching Ray at the table, people know, cool. Oh, they're shooting 3 bolts of fire. Oh my goodness, right? Scorching Ray, as its entity, is a cool, iconic spell. If we use Firebolt, and then you upcast it, you know what I'm saying? It's cool and it's nice, but it's not as iconic. And when you say the name of the spell, it's like, ooh, cool. That's the spell that does this cool thing. What we've basically done is we've neutered every single spell. If we draw it back, if we shrink them all down and distill them to their baby form, every spell just becomes, oh, this is the fire damage single target. It is the cool thing that also could enhance with it, but you didn't take that enhancement. You know what I'm saying? So that was another issue as far as the spells not feeling as iconic or exciting when you're going to cast them, because you have to take the enhancement to do it, or you might not have the mana enough to take that enhancement yet, right? And then there's that lore concept there, which is like a 4th point of a spell being so powerful you can't cast it yet. You know what I mean? A good example of that is Disintegration Beam. That spell, we could have released it 1 mana lower than what it is, but I was like, man, Disintegrate, I feel like we have to. And I had this moment I had this moment towards the back end of this, and I was like, I feel like this spell shouldn't be a 1 mana spell. We got to have this thing be higher. So this is kind of that's what we're going to be doing. We're not doing it with every single spell, but that's the concept. We are going to take, the 3rd point that I passed over is time, how fast it is to cast spells. If we have every spell be this baby version of the spell, and then there's like 4 or so enhancements to it. And one of those enhancements is a big mechanic. It's going to sometimes take longer to cast that spell because you're like, I'm going to do this, but then I'm also doing. If we take some of these spell enhancements and embed them into the spell itself, like put them into the core spell, when you go to cast that spell, you're going to much more readily know what to do, right? So there's that. That's the. So what we're going to do, the solution is to take some of those spell enhancements and make spells that already have them, and some of the spells will cost more mana. So basically, if you look at all 100 plus spells, a lot of those spells are going to cost more mana. Okay, wife's texted me. So hold on, I am going to respond to this one. Still in the live stream. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm just making sure, checking on her. Hello. So I'm gonna have to watch that. But that's the idea for spells is to have them be more iconic. There's less level 1 spells and all of that. So that's coming in 0.5 or 10.5. What's also coming is more spells, right? There's the summoning spells. There's all sorts of spells, enhancements, divination spells, lots of spells coming for 10.5 as well. If I had to guess off the top of my head, including summoning spells, there's probably another 30 or so spells coming into update as well, along with updates to the .10 spells in the ways that I just outlined right there. So there is the update. There's that. Now, the wife responded, and then I'm going to do the DC Forge. Okay, cool. She said, yes, I'm fine. Wait, let me know when you're done. Okay, cool. All right, there we go. There's that. Now, here is a super sick character creator. Look at this, DC Forge. All right, here we go. I'm going to shrink myself down here. All right. Now, DC Forge, DC20Forge.com is a third-party resource that has came in and has blown me away with what they've been able to do. We talked about this a little bit last time, where there's not going to be an official DC20 character creator because honestly, I think it's the better setup. I don't want to be a software designer. I was slowing down Nick and all the stuff they were doing with DC20 Online. Same thing with DC20 Forge. If DC20 Forge wanted to be like an official app, and I had to like make the calls and the shot and like spend time doing and software developing and all this kind of stuff, I don't want to do that. I think my time should be spent towards making the game and all future content, right? So I think what's best is to let all those third parties fly and make their own stuff. Here's a great showcase of that. DC20 Forge is the whole resource. There are so many things beyond just like a digital character creator. There is the entire book essentially is here. I am not a super well versed on how he set everything up, but I'll say this right now. There is a code. I'm going to give you guys a code for 50% off that lasts till the end of February, and it's 50% off access to all of these certain things. There's a bunch of other tools he has. You can buy access individually to stuff and then have it for like a one-time purchase thing. And then there's also some subscription stuff he has, which has like DM screen stuff, encounter building tools, monster stuff. I mean, he has a ton world building things. You can see all these different options on the screen. This is way more than just what I'm showing you, right? So DC20 Forge, here you go. This is not sponsored. This is just a DC20 guy going and making some stuff, and I want to show you guys, right? This is so cool. So, all right, so characters. I'm going to click on characters. Look at the purple dragon scales. All right, so create a new character. There's everything laid out in steps, right? So character name, of course, we're going to do Alcander. Choose up to 2 ancestries. Add an ancestry. I've got to do dragon. I've got to do dragonborn. You know what I'm saying? So then you can scroll through here. Dragonborn. Boom. Draconic origin. I'm going to pick this. Obviously you can go through. I'm not going to do cold. I'm going to do radiant. Dark vision, draconic resistance, breath weapon. There you go. Okay. And if you see on the side here, it says 2 points remaining. Oh, you can't see on your screen. On the side here, it says 2 points remaining, and then I spend 2 points, and it says all points good, right? And then I can pick my 0 pointer, and then you can only pick one trait. Oh, okay. I already have a 0 pointer. Oh, draconic origin. Interesting. Okay. That's good. I'll give him a note on that because he's still working on all these different things. It says I have a 0 pointer right here, when really this is a 0 pointer and this is technically not a 0 point trait. It's just something you need to pick. So that's interesting. Again, software stuff that I don't want to mess with. But there's my Dragonborn, and now class and level. Level 1, we're just gonna do level 1. Choose a class, and look at all these color coded things. I can choose my class. I'm gonna do barbarian. Bang. Select a barbarian. Cool. So I got my class barbarian. I can keep it that level. Level 1 features. I got my stamina regen, rage, berserker. Cool. Next, and it moves me along the conveyor belt. Combat maneuvers. I'm gonna do heroic meteor strike for sure, and heroic bash. Boom. Meteor strike, heroic bash. Love it. And then, right, oops, I accidentally clicked. Oh, see, on brace, on all of these things, you can click view details, and it brings up the whole shebang right there. That's super cool. But I have 2 out of 2 right here, so I'm done with that. Next. And then it just walks me through it, man. It just walks me through it. Available points, I got to do point by. Standard array, I'm going to choose standard array. And I have all my standard array information here. Might is going to be, you know what? I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to go a might of a 1. Agility 0, super charismatic, and low intelligence. Bam, right? Marks my prime over there, and I get my points to add. I'm gonna add to might. Boom, boom. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Cool. And then movement speed has got 5 spaces unless I can augment it in some way. Done. Next. Languages, trades, skills. Oh yeah, there's all the skills. Ooh, he updated this from the last time I saw it. This looks nice. I'm gonna do athletics. Nice. And I have my, I can't do any more because that's the cap. Awesome. And then also another thing here I'm gonna add in is intimidation. Intimidation, I increase the cap, right? On my intimidation, right? So now I can go in and add more. I can add more to it, see? So before I increase the cap, this is expertise. This is basically how you add expertise to your character, right? And then you can build your skills, but I don't have any skill points because I did a -2 intelligence. Oops. And I can do my trade points. I can do my languages, all that stuff. I'm gonna skip some of the stuff for now. And then I got all this character backstory stuff, which is all stuff that, yeah, I mean, he kind of added here. But it's all birthplace, fan. This really helps build out your character. You can write all the stuff in there, put it on your character sheet. Flaws, personality, class story, plot hooks. Love that. Love that he's taking it and making it his own. Love that. And then equipment. You got your equipment, what equipment slots you're running here, what items you have carried, the armor system, the custom weapon system, all that stuff, right? So super cool, man. Freaking DC20 Forge. There it is. There it is, people. So yeah, that's the rundown of DC20 Forge. So let me make sure I'm saying the code right here. I'm gonna go to our messages that I had with him. He's like, no, yeah, give everybody this code. The code is kickstart. Let me make sure. Kickstart. 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 All caps. Kickstart. So DC20Forge.com. Use code Kickstart for 50% off. 50% off of the thing, right? Super cool. And there's I think you can just go there and play around. There's free aspects of it as well. Anything that I've been doing with these VTT digital software people, right? Yes, that's the code right there, Jake. Thank you, Miss Dustbreaker. Anything I've been doing with these VTT people, it's the game, the core basics, go around, tinker around, play around on it. That's free. And then it's free up to level 2. And if you want to go past level 2 or unlock all the things and all the different tools and all, he has so many bells and whistles here that I didn't even show. That's all. That's the stuff that you'd have to pay for, right? So there's that. Cool. There's that. All right. Now we are into the Q&A. There you go. Hashtag question. Ask your questions. Pull up my moderators, and I gotta get caught up on the super chats here. So you can moderate. I got you. Yeah, I see you. Dustbreaker. Appreciate you. Yep. There it is. All right, cool. Heart. All right, now hold up. Let me get caught up with the super chats. Jeff Chambers with the gifted memberships. Thank you, brother. Liam. For keeping us entertained with many awesome stories. Zagard, you are awesome person of the week. Yes, Zagard is a wild boy. Absolutely. I see that one. Good call, Liam. And then Knucklebone, my level 4 cleric priest loves the new spells. Stoke. Let's go. I have felt bad. I apologize to all spellcasters for the last year plus of not having as good spells. You're good. You got you. I got you. Let's go. Art Yermanek. Hello. I played with my friend only D&D 3.5. My brother and I tried to make it simple and played with his daughter. Last time I was there, I played with his daughter a DC12 Pokemon game and she loved it. Thank you, Coach. Let's go. I love that. Oh my gosh. I literally just played DC12 right here. Where did they have the my son and his best friend and both of their brothers, right? So my two boys and my friend's two boys play in a DC12 campaign, and they're killing it. They're crushing it. This technically DC5 is it's with a D12. It's the same thing essentially with a few different things. But yes, it is awesome, and it was so cool and smooth. And they're like, "What do you need? 5 or higher." Ooh, that's a little crazy. Give me a 10 or higher. Oh, and that's so simple. It's so fun. So yes, and they're leveling up. And whenever they level up, they either get to pick +1 health, +1 defense, or +1 magic ability. And then one of them added a magic ability of lava, and that's essentially all they said is now I can cast lava, lightning and lava. So awesome. And then they use the lava the next to fight some ice yetis. It was great. So super smooth. Anyway, thank you for that. I love that. Red Panda, root shirt for the win. Yes. Excited for the new Homeland expansion. Yes, I have the new Homeland expansion. Yes. All right. Or I pre-ordered it or whatever. Yes. Root is awesome. I most recently, I have a crown right there. We play some home games of Root, and whoever wins keeps the crown. And I say keeps the crown because I always have the crown. Corvid conspiracy for the win. Anyway, Liam spent a lot of night beta testing this to make the site awesome. Hope you all enjoy it. Yeah, Liam has been all over DC20 Forge, and he has been playtesting the heck out of it. So a good job in there too, Liam. Peter Terry, is there a phone app for DC Forge, just tabletop? Oh man, Liam, can you answer that? I want to say that yes, there is for phone. I want to say that, but I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak for him. I have played with it only on the computer. That's and that's what I've also done, even with any other apps that I've been messing around with. It's all on the computer. So I don't know if it can do phone or not, or if that's on the docket. So Liam will answer that question for you, I'm sure. Both. Liam says both. There you go. Okay. I wanted to say yes, but if I did say yes, I'd be such a jerk to if I had said that, and it was not true, right? There you go. Cool. There you go. Liam, Coach, show Druid. We are super proud of that one. What do you mean? Show Druid. We are super proud of that one. Show Druid. You mean in the DC Forge? Show Druid? I already did Barbarian, so maybe I was too late. I was too late to the show to do that one. But I'll have to look at Druid. What do you mean it looks better? Is it? I think they all look awesome. Thanks, Liam. Jeff Bengal, how about some Venn diagrams showing which checks and conditions are subsets of other checks and conditions? I see. For example, is a sword attack check a type of physical check or something different? I see. So physical checks, that was one thing we actually separated. Attack checks are their own thing. Attacking are their own thing. If you're attacking with magic, you're attacking with attacking is its own type of check, right? And then there are physical checks and mental checks, which are anything regarding might and agility, anything regarding intelligence, charisma. It's completely separate checks, right? That's kind of where that Venn diagram has like separated all of those out. There used to be an overlap with physical checks where an attack check, back in the old rules, an attack check was a physical check lumped in with might and agility, and a spell check was a mental check lumped in with intelligence charisma. That has since been separated for lots of reasons, but that's now, I guess, the three little Venn diagrams that don't have an overlap in that regard, right? So yeah, there you go. I hope that clarifies some things, Jeff. Wandering Wookiee, what's up? Coach, show the DM screen as well. It's pretty cool. It's something that works great not only on laptop but on your tablet and phone as well. Let's click the DM screen. I didn't know if I could Forge Master, Dragon Forge, DM screen. Oh, I am not subscribed. He's supposed to give me full access, but I don't think my account has access, and that is a subscription thing. You have to like join the subscription thing for Forge Master or Dragon Forged or whatever. So I cannot show you that. So let me in, please. Can I please? and then I can show it. That's funny. And then Sayed Hamzif, hey coach, possibility to add specific stuff to Commander's Call, and is there a way you can add reinforce and grapple as reaction? Was it you that talked about this? Was it? There are that is now 3 different times where this has came up, and currently all I can say is wait to see. Well, I don't want to. Level 5, it's that type of upgrade. I don't see that type of upgrade being around at levels like 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It possibly could be a level 5 class upgrade, a class talent, or a level 8 capstone ability, right? That's kind of where I see that type of stuff going. A good example is for druids. I played a druid in the Bardic Aggravation campaign, and druids in their wild form cannot use maneuvers while in their wild form. They're just the beast, and they're slashing around. They cannot use maneuvers, but absolutely, there's going to be a way that they can. It's just at a higher level type thing, right? So there you go, Saeed. That's going to be another type of upgrade there for the future. So there we go. Awesome. Cool. Now there is back to the questions. Question. Here we go. Jake the Beast Delta. Question. Are there any other anti-magic spells planned other than the ones you already explained? Yes. One of the ones, anti-magic field, anti-magic, there's one coming out in 10.5. I just reviewed it yesterday, and we approved it, sent it through. I'll have to double check on that one, but yes, there's gonna be more anti-magic, more kind of like a canceling of magic in a way, but again, I want to be very careful with those because I don't want it to be anti-fun. Right, anti-magic can also be anti-fun in some ways. So, right. So being very careful there. But there's at least one, I can say that. And then super chat from Liam. Thank you, Liam. If you would all like to send me to Gen Con to support Forge, the doctor will take me to Gen Con with the revenue. The end doctor. So yeah. So apparently supporting DC20 Forge also supports Liam's path to Gen Con. But Liam, I also I have some plans for you, and I have a little fun here brewing myself. So we gotta talk soon on that though, because you should be getting a hotel and stuff set up sometime soon in the next couple. So how about this, Liam? After I get back from the vacation, we'll sync up because that's going to be about the time that you're going to need to be freaking ready to go. And then book magic. Spell shapes are redundant and hard to balance. X space zones with no holes and stuff is the future. Gotta sleep now. We'll elaborate on this later. Book magic just dropped some knowledge and was like, I'm too tired. And they're going to pass out, right? Yes, X space zones. Spell shapes are redundant and hard to balance. Interesting. You just dropped a mysterious amount of nugget there and then disappeared. But yes, I think the zones that we have, we've cut out things like a square or a cube. Like it's just spheres. Everything's a sphere, right? And does it look like a cube on the grid? Yes. So I think we've done the best we can to try and streamline that as well. So I think I'm with you. Moonreaver, 1 Elemental Fury Barbarian. Is the extra damage on melee attacks considered elemental rage damage? I mean, I'm gonna have to see now. Anytime we have some sort of rules check, I have to see it. And it's all about how the phrasing's worded. So subclasses, elemental fury barbarian. Okay. Slowing aura, elemental blast, erupting elements, elemental affinity. Choose one of the following damage types, become your elemental rage damage. Okay. If you choose physical, while raging, you gain a 2-space aura. Okay, cool. They may only take 1 elemental rage. Okay, yeah. And now the question is the extra damage on melee attacks considered elemental rage? Oh, from the, I don't think so. As far as to answer your question, the answer is no. Choosing the chosen damage types, your chose physical, rage, bludgeoning, piercing, while a 2-space aura. Okay, yeah. So my quick read based on reading it is it does not also take the +1 damage from rage. it does not take that and then turn it into your elemental damage. No. It says you have elemental rage damage, and then this is the feature that gives it to you. And then it says the erupting aura and the elemental blast, right? Those are the two things that talk about that. So it's not the actual rage bonus damage. Although that, wait till you see level 6 type things, right? So there's that. And then barb aura, is it intended / planned to only allow choosing one type of aura and never change, or add other types at higher levels? Barb aura. Barb aura. Oh, it is absolutely intended that you have to pick one, right? Whenever, I'm not picturing an elemental barbarian that's like, oh yeah, it's just all of them. You just kind of pick all, and it's just, you just are ice and your fire and your lightning. So it is absolutely a choice. It is on purpose that you are choosing one of the auras, right? And then it expands on it later. In my vision for Elemental Fury Barbarian is not that it's just like every single element, right? You could homebrew that and make it like allow that. It would be more strong and be more complex, all that kind of stuff. But I think it's just, it is fire and you're on, right? So there's that. And that was a choice, right? And then there we go. Will the DC20 Forge be a VTT? No, I don't think so. I can't speak for myself, but it is supposed to be a like D&D Beyond type situation, not a actual VTT, right? So there you go. Wheeler, what's up, brother? Do monks' fists get a weapon properties or just style? Either way, best monk RPG in history. Facts. Do monks' fists get weapon properties or just the style? So I can actually go to the new monk here on this one, to the 0.5 monk. And if it's updated, I don't know if this master is updated. I actually don't think that it is, because we just messed around with some monk stuff, right? It's interesting. So your limbs are considered natural weapons that deal 2 bludgeoning damage and can form weapon enhancements of the chosen weapon style. So choose a melee weapon style when you gain this feature. Your limbs are considered natural weapons with that feature. So Iron Palm does grant you that. And I can say at level 5, it continues to grant more things. But Monk's getting some love there in the 10.5 update with the level 5 class features as well. So there you go. But appreciate the love for best Monk ever. Yeah, for sure. And then cool. And then what else we got? All right, cool. Back to the chats. Muffendeller, J Muffendeller. What happened when you made area attack that is only on one target you have advantage, but the other ones you don't? Yes. I love this. It's super simple and clean in DC20. The question is, what happens if you have an area of effect that targets, let's say, 3 creatures? One of them has one of them you have advantage on, and the other ones you don't. Oh no, what do you do? In DC20, it is super simple. If you ever have to roll multiple dice or single dice, you just start rolling them one at a time and add them into the pool, right? So my latest home campaign video has no sound. No way. Oh my gosh, Wandering Wookiee. I have to add that to the list of things to do. That it took me so long to get that video up in the first place. That is so sad. Campaign home video has no sound. That makes me so sad. Okay. So we'll see. I'm going to jump on that one. Dang it. Thanks, Wandering Wookiee. Okay. So here's how it works. So if there's an area of effects attack and there's 3 targets, let's make it very complicated. One of them has advantage, or you have advantage on one, neutral on the other one, and disadvantage on this one. Cool. So you would roll 1d20 and apply that to this guy, the neutral one that you don't have advantage or disadvantage on. You would roll 1d20. That is the check that it goes to this guy, right? And then you grab a second d20 and you roll the second d20. And you're done. Those 2 dice are the advantage for him. Those same 2 dice are the disadvantage for him. And the first one you rolled is that neutral one that is just a regular dice, right? Done. And let's say there's a 4th guy in there and he's restrained and exposed and all this other stuff. So you would need double advantage on this guy, meaning 3 d20s. So then you would just take a 3rd d20 and roll it into the same tray. And then that would be take the highest of those. You see what I'm saying? Right? So yeah. And let's add a fifth guy in there, and he's got like shielding and protection and all these other things on him. And this guy has you have double disadvantage on this guy. Sure, take those same 3d20s and just take the lowest of them all. So it works out super great as far as speed goes. So there you go. Cool. And then Wolfgang. Oh wait. We got super chats. Hold up, I got caught up. I can't fall behind. Jarmas. You got restaurant reservations for Disney parks. Been there 4 times with my wife and kids. Recommend Epcot Garden Grill rotating restaurant. Meet character. Yeah. My hands are clean. My wife has planned the whole thing. I have no idea what's going on. So she's got outfits planned for the different characters and the get meet and the rest. So I have no idea. But Epcot, I think we're going to Epcot. But Garden Grill rotating restaurant. I've heard of a rotating restaurant. I don't know if it's the one at Disney, but that sounds amazing. Thank you for the recommendations, Jarmas. Jekyll Geek. Any ideas for rules dealing with long rests and overland travel? What? I'm planning on running a hex crawl through a haunted forest and don't want to have the players long rest after every battle. Yeah. Any rules for dealing with long rest and overland travel? So as far as overland travel is concerned and resting after everything, long resting after everything, long rests are interruptible. You have to have 2 different shifts of long rest. You can interrupt it. And then what I would do is if you want that, you would let the players know, hey, if you want, you can try and take a long rest, but you're going to have to be at a safe location to take a long rest. If you just kind of make up your own shelter, it's probably not going to work. And that way you can then put on the hex crawl actual shelters that they can find. And maybe if they're on a hex, they can make some sort of survival check to find a shelter. And if they do successfully find a shelter, then they could take a long rest. You could also, I'm riffing a little bit right here. This is old school GM advice live streams. You could also do a skill challenge at some point during the hex crawl, and if they succeed on the skill challenge, they would earn the ability to find a good enough shelter to long rest. Or you could do a skill challenge that they wouldn't be finding a shelter. The skill challenge is to build the shelter in the spot they currently are. And if they succeed on the skill challenge, you've earned a long rest. And if they can't, no long rest, and you can at least gamify it in that way. So skill challenges in that regard are amazing for that. Or you could just interrupt them and let them try and take a skill challenge, or let them try and take a long rest, but then have a combat happen, interrupt them, and there's creatures or whatever type of stuff like that. So anyway, wife messaged me. I gotta make sure she's not like, okay, yeah. She says, please don't forget. I got you, babe. Hold up. I got you, babe. Almost done. Okay. Hold on, babe. Hold on. I love you. Okay. There you go, Jekyll Geek. Hope that helps. Liam with a $50 super chat, dude. Liam, I told you to stop it, man. I told you to stop it. No more. What? See, Liam, what are you doing? You're super chatting $50, and you're still trying to get to Gen Con. What are you doing? Put that in the Gen Con fund. Sounds good. I'll message in 2 weeks. Also, this will be my last super chat for a while. I have to save for Gen Con, but awesome perks in a week and sneak peeks will continue. They have passed the torch to Kyle Doring. He'll be filling in the super chats for me. Let's go, Liam. Thank you, Liam. I'm going to be putting this $50 super chat. I'm going to do. Here's the other thing, Liam. These super chats, YouTube takes a cut of these super chats, and then now I'm going to have to YouTube takes the cut. I'm going to take that and try and give it back to you, man. So stop it. Save up for your Gen Con, buddy. Let's go. That's funny. Nightbot is a little Nightbox drunk again tonight, guys. Nightbox drunk. What is he doing? All right, back to questions. In fact, no. I think I am going to do it. I'm going to do overtime. I'm going to do overtime because I want to try and get through all these questions. And so I'm going to do a rapid fire overtime, and I'm going to try and do answer as many questions as I can. Because anytime, especially when I'm about to go, not be here next week, I want to answer as many questions as I can. So here we go. Wolfgang, question. What are your thoughts on tackling utility spells? You mentioned rituals and them being available to marshals as well. Love that. Yes. A lot of times the spells you might not have seen in .10 that's a ritual, that could for sure be a ritual, like identify spell, some in some ways mending types of things, right? These rituals, right? So I think opening up rituals to being that aspect of the game is going to make the downtime section of the game, like exploration or whatever, pillar more important into the game, and make it a span across spellcasters and marshals. So I think there's going to be so many things. But overall, what are your thoughts on tackling utility spells? I mean, I think the rituals that we've outlined is the way to do it. There's also things we can gate with rituals as far as components costing something or being more rare to find, how long it takes to be able to do the ritual, and or how long you can cast it again. There's all this type of stuff we can do with it, with like teleporting and other things like that. But I want to make sure that there's hoops you have to jump through to make sure the world still feels challenging and not just like, oh, I can teleport anywhere I want to. So I'm going to be very careful with that, right? So there's that. And then, there we go. The commander's SP regains when you grant a creature a help die, and then the sword and crossbow, you gain a D4 help die. Oh, yes, okay. We are going to be changing the wording on that in .11, so it's more clear. But it is you granting someone a help die. The sword's help die, we're not going to call that a help die in the future, for the record. So no, those do not proc off of each other. It's not intended at all. It is you helping somebody else, right? And then Jax McKinney. Will we see a new cover of the full release of the PDF? What? Will we see a new cover for the full release of the PDF? Are you talking about the Hunted? That is, I showed that cover last week, right? You know what I'm saying? I showed that cover last week. Is that what you're talking about? I wish I knew what you're talking about. So, no. Knucklebone, question. Will you gain a known spell from a multi-class talent? Which spell list do you choose? Oh man. So, this has gone back and forth through the ringer. The multi-class talent situation, currently I think where it stands, it has gone back and forth between two different options, and this is not set in stone, but currently you have your own spell list. If you gain a new spell, you have to follow your own spell list, right? There are other ways to get access to other spell lists, right? But then what we used to have happen was if you multi-classed into a certain class, at that point, you could gain a spell from that class at that moment, and then you couldn't anymore, right? So I like that. I really do like that. So that is whatever it ends up being and settling in on is going to be, I want that to be possible, right? So there we go. Oh, okay. People are just saying something. We're not doing the giveaway yet. It's getting close, but not yet. And then Renard. Wait, this brings up. Oh, okay. Let me see. Renard, question. Even through the digital character creator is now third party. That was something that was given to early birds. Since the PDFs were a part of my tier, we will ultimately get more. Wait. Question. Even though the digital character creator is now third party, that was something that was given to early bird backers. Yes. Since the PDFs were anyway a part of my tier, will we get more than just the 50%? Oh, so the thing, to be clear, Renard, the thing I showed you, DC20 Forge, that was not the early access character creator. Those are two separate things. So last week I talked about this whole thing last week. So last week I talked about how DC20 Online, which was the early backer reward thing, that is completely separate, and that is being given to all Kickstarter backers for free. For free, not 50% off. That's free, right? Y'all just get that, right? Crazy, you just get that, right? DC20 Online, that is that. DC20 Forge is just another one coming out. There's also DC Crit, and there's Demi-Plane. There's all these other things that are coming out like this, right? So that's just to be clear on that. So DC Forge is not that, right? So hopefully that bring that up. Okay, cool. Thanks for flagging that, Dustbreaker. All right. And then where are we at? Will we see a new cover? Okay, got the cover. Okay, cool. Aaron the Frank House. Is 10.5 going to include new weapon and strike spells that don't overlap with each other, or is the perfect Venn diagram between them and translation code going to continue? Perfect Venn diagram. So the weapon and strike spells, there is currently the thing. I literally talked to my team about this today. So you get out of my head. There is currently, I want there to be summoning weapons where you summon a weapon and you can use it temporarily. And then there's also gonna be, I have a weapon and I imbue it with something, right? So that we are still in talks about that as far as weapons and summoning and all of those type of weapon strike spells, right? So there you go. Oh, thank you, Dan Math Man. And then how does spell focus affect spell blades with two-handed weapons, not two weapons? Do you need a spell focus to cast spells? There's something the spell blade gives them. There's a spell blade can count their bound weapon as a spell focus, or count their bound weapon can count as a spell focus. So you're good. You also don't need a spell focus to cast spells. Right, spell focus just enhance your ability to cast spells. You can cast spells without a spell focus. That's just a thing all across the whole game, right? All spellcasters, you can cast a spell without spell focus. I never liked the concept that you just can't cast magic. You know, it can enhance that, but there you go. So cool. And then you like that? Appreciate you. I see your response. Cool. And then rogue moves. Question, I'm running a magic school campaign. Any advice, especially with given towards long-term benefits of schooling? It's so cool. Watch Dimension 20's Fantasy High. Amazing. I had a one-shot I ran for my players where I did like a rebellious teen Hogwarts Fantasy High type of situation. Super fun. Make sure you hit all the tropes. Have one of the teachers be bad, all that type of stuff. But use downtime. Use downtime to make them make choices between things they need to accomplish and their schoolwork. And in general, I'm giving a bit of foreshadowing to DC20 downtime mechanics. But if you watch Fantasy High Season 3 junior year, that's pretty much the DC20 downtime mechanics in some ways, right? I've literally talked to Brendan Lee Mulligan multiple times about it. And it's going to be where you have you have 3 different things you can do. The first one is a DC 5, then 10, then 15. It gets harder and harder. The things you do later on have a higher DC, etc. And you can make them choose and make checks in their downtime for all that stuff. Yes, I did get a haircut. Appreciate you. And then Super Creator. Question, will you be adding more utility spells with no combat application? Absolutely. Yes, literally all of those spells. Unseen Servant, Zone of Truth, Detect Poison. Yes. Shave Cat. No, I do not have a Shave Cat spell. But yes, there will be plenty of spells that are non-combat related whatsoever. So yes. And then, oh gosh, Super Chats. Hold up. Did I miss it? Frederick, have a good holiday, mate. You deserve it. Hydrate. Thank you. These overtimes. There you go. Thanks, man. Afari Noxa, I know off topic, but why did you become a teacher? Whoa. Wow, Afari Noxa. That's crazy. I'm going to answer that question after the overtime. Aaron Frankhouse, would Monk's meditation flavor be repurposed as a ritual? I have a sneak peek at next month's cover art. Oh, do you have a sneak peek at next month's cover art? Next month's, I do actually. I do. Let me pull that up. Y'all do. And that's what we'll end on. I'll answer Afari's question, and then I'll show y'all the sneakity peekity here. If I can load this thing, why is it not loading? Hello. There we go. Okay, so DC20 magazine. There it is. Volume. Oh, not the bestiary. The one before. Oh, not that. We are so ahead, guys. We're so ahead. It's looking great. Oh, that's Escape from the Mines. Okay, oops. Adventure. There we go. There it is. Okay, cool. Oh, that's the square one. I gotta show the actual one. There we go. Yeah. So check this out. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Adventure rewards. So yeah, that is a magic item. This is a couple of things in this. There's a new shot at some magic items we're trying out. A new reward system as far as downtime rewards, handing it out, like certain rewards you can hand out in a like if they stay at a city and they gain a certain type of boon or buff because they took a full rest or did some sort of completed a quest or something like that, right? So yeah, this is an owl cloak. That is a new magic item. So yes. Ha ha ha. And then no, that's all. That's all. Okay. That is super cool. And then the next month is some more monsters, bestiary type situation, right? Cool. And then okay. Oh, and Mythic Attack. For weapons that are magically poofed into existence, please allow for weapon mastery on them. Sacred Weapon, Green Flame. Yes, I agree. If you summon a weapon, it'd be so being able to swing it and stuff like that. I don't want you to be able to like, oh well, I summoned it, but now I don't have, yeah. Now performing maneuvers and other things like that. Whoa. But yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, we're synced up. T-Dog, what's up, T-Dog? Have a churro on me. Enjoy. Hope your kids enjoy. We plan to do the same with our kiddos. First time for them. This year, first time, same thing. This year, first time. That's awesome, T-Dog. I'll make sure to get a churro. What a specific treat. I do love churros though. Okay, so that is the stream. Say your somethings in the chat. I'll answer this question. Why did I become a teacher? I literally remember the moment that I became a teacher. I don't think I've said this on stream before. I was at a birthday party of a young kid that was not mine. Obviously, I was 20. I was like 8. I was in college. Yeah, because I was in college. I did like 2 years to get an associate's and stuff. So I was like 20. 19, 20, and I'm at like this kid's party, and I'm like hanging out with some of the older like college age kids, and I'm sitting on the steps talking to this person, and this like little kid came up and was like oh something, they wanted to like tie their shoes, and I was like oh no, I can help you tie your shoes. They're like, can you help me tie my shoes? I was like, yeah. I was like, actually, you know what, do you want me to teach you how to tie your shoes? Because I think you totally tie your shoes. So like I taught the kid how to tie their shoes, and I like taught them, okay, well, you do this, like, so like you see the one on top, like loop it through. Can you like do like a pretzel, and then so like I like had analogies and was like showing them, and then they did it. And so like I like helped them do the first one. I was like, now you got to do the next one. And I like talked them through it and didn't touch it all, and they tied their shoe, and boom. And it was like, and they were done, and they were like super excited. They ran away, right? Then she was like, that was awesome. Like, you should be a teacher. And I was like, what do you mean? I've always had like discounted teaching because like, oh no, you don't go to teaching. My dad wanted me to be an engineer, and like I had like a mind of an engineer and like thinking and problem solving. Like, so I was like, no, I think I'm going to be an engineer or something like that. And then I was like, wait, across my entire life, I was a server at Chili's at the time. I was a trainer at Chili's. I would train people to be a server at Chili's, and I liked teaching things. I was coaching basketball. I was like, wait a second, my whole life is set up for me to teach people how to do stuff. So then I became a teacher, and I switched everything right then, and that was my moment to go there. So there you go. But anyway, that's that story, and let's do a giveaway. So winner gets a copy of DC20 and the monster starter pack, which is about to get an update too. Sneak peek, about to get an update. Check it out. Knucklebone of Fickle Fortune. Let's go Knucklebone. Let's go. I love it when I see. Wait. Oh no, yeah, okay, Knuckle. You hear Knuckle? I just saw you. Yeah, woo! All right, I'll get you your upgrade, Knuckle. Talk to the moderators, they'll get you set up. I genuinely love, it's so cool. It's a different experience. Whenever I see someone's name, I'm like, yeah, I love that they won the giveaway. Because it's cool to be able to see community members that I recognize because they're here all the time get cool stuff. But then it's also cool to see somebody random I've never seen before get it, because then it's like, oh, cool. This new person could be getting DC20 for the first time. Super cool. I love the whole thing. So anyway, I will see you guys. I'm going to be in Disney. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll be ready to go, locked and loaded, and have probably have some updates for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, stay creative. Thanks to the box.